Hello, everyone. Well, today was a strange day. I was going to say that for the title of the video, today was a strange day, but maybe I'll put it along the lines of every day is a strange day, or some days are strange days. It doesn't really get to the point, though, does it? But if you watch it tomorrow, then you'll be wondering, well, is today the same strange day as yesterday? I guess it would depend on time zones and everything else. No, but really, it's been a very weird day today for me. And remember my boss, he showed up late and he said his stomach wasn't feeling well, which I thought was kind of funny because I'd felt just really strange all day. Just off. And I can't quite place it. And then it's funny, I went down to the weed shop and there was only a couple people there, but um, I heard this while I was looking at all the different options. I heard this guy, like, 30 feet down. He's like, oh, can I get some? And the guy's like, oh, hold on, I'll be right with you. And he said something to the effect of, oh, okay, well, I got here before him, but I guess I'm invisible. And then I laughed out loud. I couldn't help it. I'm pretty outspoken when I hear people just being rude to staff. Like, actually, he wasn't there before me, but it doesn't matter if he was or not. It's just the way that people talk to others. And I laughed, and I was like, I can't remember what I said, but I was like, I'm invisible. I'm the invisible man. And I try to make light of shit, make people, maybe consider how they treat others. Can't help it. I'm just like that. It is what it is. I don't shut my mouth and just mind my own business. I'm not the kind of guy who minds my own business. I'll be honest, I don't. I speak up anytime I hear bullshit. And it gets me in trouble. But I don't care. I'm much happier speaking up on bullshit. Um, so anyhow, at the end, after I got my weed and I was leaving, I heard the guy talking to the cashier. He's like, "Yeah, everybody's on one today. Everybody's on one tonight." And I was thinking, yeah, that's true. I kind of laughed as I walked by, like, not at him, but we kind of laughed together, just at the ridiculous nature of being human. We're both in a weed shop buying cannabis, and we're griping, or he's griping, but we're both kind of laughing at it, like how ridiculous it is. As humans, we're always, you know, we have good and bad days. We have ups and downs. But some days are just weird in a way that is unexplainable, where people just act strangely throughout the day. My boss and I worked together for like 5, 6 hours at least. Well, he was there less of the day, but didn't really even say a word, much of a word to each other, which is pretty common for our line of work. I'm a carpenter. I put in my headphones and I go to work, but there was just something different about the day. I couldn't explain it, and I don't know if it has to do with, you know, star positions or solar flares. I don't know if it has to do with geomagnetic anomalies that are sure to occur all around us. In other words, like I'm fascinated with how space weather affects us and our psyche. There's not a lot of data on it, but I'm very much convinced that the stars, not the quote the stars, but rather the planets influence our moods and behaviors. And the full moon, it's not just that the moon is brighter. Um, my quote spiritual side is well aware that there are just some things that are unexplainable, but that most truths, most mystical belief systems, whether it be, you know, astrology or otherwise, they come from a belief that there's a greater influence outside of our planet that also affects us. And I don't know how people wouldn't think that the sun affects our mood. Like, we already know that geomagnetic changes affect our mood, so it only makes sense that anything that affects the geomagnetic field also does, which the sun does. But yeah, I don't know. I can't give the reason why. All I can do is know that I feel weird on certain days, and that other people say the same thing. And it's ineffable, unexplainable. It's on one of those levels that you just can't put into words, if that makes sense. It's hard to make sense of something that doesn't make sense, but there's more to this world, than just every day being the same. I mean, it's not about being sensitive or an empath or any of that, mumbo jumbo. That's all nonsense. Everybody's an empath, or most people are empathetic anyway. They just learned how to control it at various degrees. So, in other words, some people hone their skills of managing their emotions, other people hone their skills of becoming overly emotional. That's kind of a feature of the last century or so. But there are people out there who think being more sensitive is a good thing. And honestly, good luck with that. I hope it lasts you into your old age, because it doesn't work. You've got to be tough. You got to be tough in this world, because you're going to face weird times, weird days, weird situations, and you got to face it with gusto, my friend. So anyway, I guess that's all beside the point, but not really, because that kind of is the point. Being a human, we're doing the best we can. This system we're not set up for, but we're managing okay. It's up to the individual. It's not society's fault. And we create that society, and we don't have to answer to bullshit. We can have our own opinions, do our own thing, and not listen to other people's crap, while still respecting other people's opinion. Sounds like the neighbor's dogs want to get out. And with that, I'm out, because I don't want to hear them bark. So I will talk to you all soon. Thanks for coming along on this crazy ride we call life. Say bye, Lucy. Hey. Here. You want some? Want to say bye? Say bye. Bye. Hey, it was 7:19 when you said bye. Good for Lucy. She's a 719er. Peace.